And we're back to learning Illustrator in the year day 4. Let us create our first design. And we're going to use that to explain two of the most basic tools. The first is the selection tool. The V is its short key, and when you hover over it, it should show you this little animation video. So you can easily use that to select objects on your canvas. And just as a reminder, we use Window, Workspace, Essentials, Classic, and then you can find these tools on the left side. You can left click drag on your canvas and even outside to make your selections. And if I use, for example, the rectangle tool, M is the short key. And you may have noticed that I can open a toolbox, and that is done via a right click. So when you see, for example, a different tool here, it's right under the T, just right click on it and then you can select the rectangle. Or when you set your window to Essentials Classic and reset it, like I've shown you in the last video, the rectangle tool should be visible. But if you can't find it at all, short key is M, just press it. And if I left click drag with this tool, we can create rectangles. I activate the selection tool, and now I can select them one by one, via left clicking on them or left clicking dragging. Let us talk about these two color swatches. They're a little bit different from Photoshop. There's still a foreground and a background, but in this case this means different things. We simply have a color swatch that's fully filled, and that is the fill, and then one with a square with a cutout inside, and that is for the stroke color. You can make both of these the foreground by left clicking on these swatches, and then if you double click you can change the color, and this arrow icon is now for swapping them. So you can make the stroke your fill and the fill your stroke relatively easily by doing that. But what I like to use to adjust these colors, top function right here. The first swatch is for the fill, the second for the stroke. You can see the second has this cutout again. And right next to where it says stroke, you can adjust the thickness. By default, points is the unit that's used. And let me swap it again, and you can see this makes the stroke color the fill and the fill color the stroke. Again, you can drag them around. You don't have to cover them all. When you left click drag and you slightly cover your element, this will be selected. And when you want to select both at the same time, just make sure to cover them both, and then you can drag both around. Let me close this window, we don't need it. Let me delete that. I create a new rectangle. And there's a short key that's very important to know, which is Alt. And that changes depending on if you're on one of these elements or if you're on the canvas. If I'm just on the canvas and I hold Alt, you will get your positioning. So this simply calculates how many pixels this element is away from the borders of a canvas. But when you are on the element and you hold Alt, you can see that your mouse cursor changes. And in this case, it means that you can copy elements. So if you hold Alt and then left click drag, this is going to copy the elements. And now we have 2. Let me do it again. 3 and so forth. So left clicking and dragging repositions them, but holding Alt and left clicking and dragging will copy your elements. Gonna use that short key quite a lot, so don't worry, over time you're gonna memorize them easily. But you know what, let me reposition my window here a little bit so that you can see the swatches properly. Maybe up to here. And now again, the first one, I give it a black fill and no stroke. So this is this white swatch with a reddish stroke. Let me delete the other ones, then I hold Alt and copy this black one that doesn't have a stroke. And if I reposition that, it's gonna snap to the first one, and I make this reddish, or a little bit brighter. Again, hold Alt, left click drag to copy these elements that pop up. These are, like pinkish lines. These are called smart guides, and they help you in repositioning stuff. Let me make the last one yellowish golden, and this would be a way to create the German flag. And when you select this all, you can resize the entirety. So all 3 elements at once. It's a good idea for you to recreate that when you're totally new to Illustrator. It's generally a good idea to start with flags because these are easy designs. They use the basic shapes, basic colors, and we're going to use them in future tutorials to explain a couple of basic tools and basic functions in Adobe Illustrator. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.